livid, upset, and angry. That is how one Detroit mother described her feelings when she found out that her son's school had a cell phone tower on the property.
Cell phone towers on school grounds is a growing concern for many parents who believe the frequency from the towers are harmful to their children. Our Ray Strickland has more on this pressing issue tonight from Renaissance High School on Detroit's west side.
Cell phone towers are still relatively new, and many experts will tell you more research needs to be done to figure out exactly how harmful they are to people. Still, that lingering question of how safe the towers are is something that is raising concerns for Detroit mothers like Carla Mitchell.
People should be alarmed that there are cell towers above their children's heads every day.
Carla Mitchell is the mother of an 8th grader at Paul Robeson Malcolm X Academy. It's one of 24 schools in Detroit with a cell phone tower on the property. Mitchell is among many parents who are growing concerned about the potential dangers the towers pose to their children.
It's not just a district issue, it's a public health issue.
Recently, Detroit City Council voted unanimously on a resolution calling on the health department to do a study to determine the impact the cell towers have on students. Councilwoman Mary Waters says it's important to know if children are at risk.
We should be willing to spend whatever it takes to make sure that it's not affecting our babies.
In 2017, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommended the government to tighten wireless exposure limits based on studies, specifically this one from Egypt, that found people living near mobile phone-based stations had an increased risk of negative health effects. However, the American Cancer Society says there is no strong evidence that cell towers are dangerous for children, and the FCC, the government that regulates telecommunications companies, also says the towers do not pose a health risk to children.
Research has found exposure associated with cancer, memory damage, genetic impact.
Theodora Scorado is the executive director of the Environmental Health Trust. It's a scientific think tank that's advocated for parents in Wyandotte who are fighting for this very issue.
Our recommendation is to reduce exposure, not increase exposure.
Many experts agree more research needs to be done to fully determine the impact of the cell towers. As for Mitchell, it's a big concern for her that she hopes will be addressed.
And I am a person who looks at systems like the medical industrial complex as having, and telecommunications industries, having a vested interest in profits over people.
Now, we did reach out to the school district here in Detroit to get a comment for this story, but we have yet to hear back. Reporting in Detroit, Ray Strickland, CBS News Detroit.